Welcome back, you're watching 9 News. Moving on to Asia News. Due to the heightened tension with China over territorial disputes and the threats of North Korea's nuclear and missile projects, Japan's security environment was at its toughest state. During a fleet review, Japan's Prime Minister Yoshihiko Noda told his navy that it is needless to say that the security environment surrounding Japan is getting tougher than ever. His remarks were relayed to ships gathered in the area. About 40 vessels were present for the review. Sino-Japanese relations deteriorated sharply after Japan bought the disputed island Diaoyu from private owners. Patrol vessels from Japan and China have been keeping a wary watch on each other in the East China Sea near the islands, raising concerns that an unintended collision could develop into a border clash. Meanwhile, Japan is also wary of North Korea's weapon programs, with its territory lying within the range of Pyongyang's missiles. According to data issued on Saturday, Chinese exports grew faster than expected in September, alleviating worries about a slowdown in the economy. Many economists had forecast that September exports would expand by about 5%. However, the released customs data show that exports grew 9.9% year-on-year, a big jump on the 2.7% growth recorded in August. Imports bounced back 2.4% in September after 3 months of consecutive declines. According to the data, China's exports to the US increased to a 3-month high, but those to the European Union fell by 10.7%. In a research commentary from AFP, analysts said the stronger than expected rebound of September exports is helpful to alleviate concerns of a sharper slowdown of the Chinese economy. India is planning to introduce high-speed trains to shorten travelling time. Authorities have also identified 7 corridors that have the potential to run bullet trains. India's fastest train by far, connecting the capital, Delhi, and the city of Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh states, runs at an average speed of 53 meters per hour. Authorities said within 2 years, the average speed will be up to 3 meters per hour. Authorities have also identified 7 corridors that have the potential to run bullet trains. India's railway currently operates 7,000 passenger trains and carries some 13 million passengers daily. Railway experts said due to the lack of money to build suitable tracks and purchase trains, India has been lagging behind in high-speed rail. There are also concerns about the sturdiness of the track to support high-speed trains. Now moving on to sports news. A full house of spectators witnessed a memorable finals match at the Shanghai Open, with Novak Djokovic eventually coming out on top.
An enthusiastic crowd willed both players on in a 3-set thriller, with Andy Murray finally being overcome by Novak Djokovic. In perfect conditions, this well-organized event went higher. Murray took the first set 7-5, but in the second, Djokovic showed his fighting qualities when he saved 5 match points to eventually win the second set 7-6 after a 20-minute tiebreaker. Impressive stuff, and the crowds got into the game in a big way, as they knew they were seeing something special. Murray appeared a little tired as he made a number of uncharacteristic errors to lose 6-3 in the set.
The title lady on New Zealand racing that has launched so many racing careers will finally be given a well-deserved makeover.
Plans have been put on the table over the years, and a new track has been built between Hamilton and Auckland. But the history and of course the money mean Pukekohe will be upgraded, as should have been the case many years ago. With a nation of mad keen drivers and even keener fans, this will hopefully lead to a rejuvenation of the sport both locally and nationally. Pukekohe will offer various forms of racing at various levels to encourage participation. In addition, premium car manufacturers such as Audi can host events without being embarrassed by conditions.
While 16th is a good finish for the young professional, he dropped 4 shots in the final round to drop down the leaderboard.
Lee has had a challenging year on the American circuit, so it was disappointing for him to have set himself up after 3 rounds in the Fries.com Open in California with a share of second, only to lose touch with the leaders. Unfortunately, he had 4 bogeys in the final round, while those around him managed birdies, which meant he dropped down the field to 16th. Meanwhile, Michael Campbell has had his best event in many years when he finished 3rd in the Portugal Open, with 4 below par rounds. Campbell is optimistic this result will improve his confidence in the future.
Now moving on to Happy Diner, introducing and reviewing favourite restaurants in Auckland.
The literal translation of yakitori is burning birds. It actually means Japanese-style barbecue skewer. Things like pork, beef, lamb, chicken, seafood, vegetable and offal are commonly used cooking ingredients for yakitori. Making these barbecue skewers is harder than you think. The chefs tend not to use a lot of seasoning to give the skewers flavors, and they try to use high heat to bring out the flavors of the ingredients. The store we want to introduce you today still uses charcoal to cook yakitori. Heat coming from the burning charcoal can spread more evenly on the ingredients, and the cooked skewers also have a smoky fragrance. Firstly, the chef dips the chicken skewers in homemade teriyaki sauce and then put it over the charcoal grill for 5 to 10 minutes. According to him, skewers need to be turned frequently and the temperature needs to be controlled, so yakitori will taste crispy but not burnt.
My favorite is this beef tongue yakitori because tongue pieces are quite thick. Other places tend to slice the beef tongues quite thin, so they aren't as chewy and you couldn't taste the natural flavor of the beef.
My food is some different style of Japanese food. It's a yakitori with some special. We made every sauce by myself, and we use the fish broth. And the main reason is the sauce is some special. So many people miss our sauce.
After a long day of work, have some yakitori with a glass of sake will ease your tiredness away.